head to the Ashanti region, where the operational effectiveness of fire officers there faces significant hurdles, such as aging fire engines, a lack of fire hydrants, and a surge in prank calls. Despite a reduction in overall fire incidents in 2023 compared to the previous year, concerns linger among fire officers, particularly regarding recent market fires and the challenges encountered in combating these emergencies. Citi News' Ashanti Regional correspondent Hafiz Tijani provides insights.
Incidents of fire in various parts of the Ashanti region since the beginning of 2023 have resulted in tragic losses of lives and livelihoods. Notable occurrences include the Kejetia market fire and the unfortunate death of a police officer and his family in a building housing police officers. Although statistics from the Ghana National Fire Service show a decline in fire incidents this year, 9 deaths have been recorded in 2023, a decrease from the 15 deaths reported in 2022 due to fire outbreaks. While the service attributes the decrease to intensified public education, it grapples with numerous challenges in executing its duties.
We have aging fire engines that keeps on breaking down every now and then. And you always have to make sure you put them back on the route before the next fire it's reported to you. So that is what we've been doing. And I think successfully we've been able to do that up to today, and we've even managed to even reduce the number of fire outbreaks in the region as compared to last year, which happens to be 1,058. This year it was 916. So if you compare, you realize we've reduced it by about 142 fires, which constitute about 13.42%. We face hydrant challenges too. Normally, you want the hydrant to be close to wherever the fire incident might happen, but most of the times it's not that way. So you have to commandeer other fire engines from other districts. Remember, we have fire stations in districts. So if you need a fire, water, and for that matter, you have to commandeer a fire engine from another district. Look at the distance.
Fire officers responding to incidents often face public criticism, whether for delayed responses or arriving without water in the engines. ACFO Harry Fatai Giwa, the Ashanti Regional Commander of the Ghana National Fire Service, acknowledges that such situations discourage officers.
At times it's disheartening that they treat us this way or that way. First, they always say, oh, they call us, we didn't come. One thing they have to know is we don't control the telcos. Just like your phone, somebody will call, seems to be ringing, but it's not getting to the receiver. The same thing happens. At times when you even call the telcos and they come, say, oh, it's truncating at the junction over there. Meanwhile, when you call, it will ring as if it's coming, but it's not getting to our control room. So you might think you've called severally and we are not picking. And that alone, when we get there, meanwhile, you don't know what is happening. And when the call also gets to us, within 1 minute, we always make sure within 1 minute we leave the station. Because that is why we are here. That's why we are being paid for.
In addition to operational challenges, the rising trend of prank calls poses another concern for the service.
It's still persisting. Prank calls still persist every day. When you go to our control room, even right now, you see the number of prank calls that come. Averagely, more than 200 a day. And at times, if you don't do your inquiries properly and you dispatch, you realize you dispatched to a wrong place. And that's why at times, when you even call, we want to call you back. One thing we do is, when you call, because of these prank calls, when you call fire service, we always want to call you back. And even listen to the environment. There are certain things that we use. You know when there's a fire incident, when there's an emergency.
ACFO Henry Giwa attributes many fire outbreaks to negligence and poor electricity connections.
People at times may want to leave the cooking and go and watch telenovela and other things, and they might tend to forget. And then by the time you come, your whatever is bent, and then if there are combustible materials around, then they'll be involved in fire now. So I want to urge people to stop some of these things.
The Ghana National Fire Service emphasizes increased awareness campaigns to enhance public safety.
The Ghana National Fire Service is pledging commitments to reduce fire incidents, but says the public also have a role to play. Hafiz Tijani, Citi News, Kumasi, Ashanti Region.